Folks, I've seen some wild things, but never anything this spicy. Utah. The sun's sizzling and the field's got more buzz than a honeymoon suite. Team Mexico's strutting in, green jerseys hugging every curve, eyes smoldering with that come-get-me look. You can almost taste the jalapenos. And maybe a little forbidden salsa. Team Switzerland's on the other side, red and white, looking crisp, cool, and ready to melt some chocolate, if you know what I mean. They're whispering, probably about strategy, chocolate, and maybe a little secret fondue action. Suddenly, a giant tumbleweed rolls by. Talk about rolling with the tension. You could slice it with a spork and serve it for dessert. The ref's looking nervous, clutching the ball like it's his first time. Hot, round, and ready to be handled. He tosses it high, way up there, showing off his best look-at-me move. Both teams charge in, wild buffalo style, horns locked, egos flaring, and not a single player shy about making contact. The Utah soccer showdown has officially kicked off, and it's already getting steamy. But just as the first whistle blows, something unexpected is about to shake this field hard. Trust me, you won't want to miss what comes next. The game kicks off, and it's instant chaos. Players slipping, balls bouncing everywhere, and more screaming than a bachelorette party at a male review. The Swiss team is all about perfect passes and precision, moving together so smoothly you'd think they'd been practicing their moves in secret after dark. But Team Mexico, pure passion and flair. Bicycle kicks, salsa moves, and footwork so spicy it could make you blush. Suddenly, Diego from Mexico and Hans from Switzerland collide, tumbling into a tangled heap of limbs and giggles. The field goes quiet. They lock eyes. Diego's warm brown, Hans's bright blue, and the tension is thicker than a double-stuffed taco. Instead of arguing, they flirt. "We must stop meeting like this," Diego purrs, his grin as cheeky as his footwork. Hans laughs. "Perhaps we should never stop." The ref's whistle is ignored. They're far too busy playing their own game of footsie. All around them, the game continues in a blur of laughter, rubber chickens, and confetti. But Diego and Hans are tangled up in their own private match. No fouls, just flirting. The crowd goes wild, cheering, whistling, and maybe even a few suggestive winks. But Diego and Hans, still gazing at each other, savoring every second. Sometimes love scores the real hat trick. But as the confetti settles and the cheers fade, one question lingers in the air. Will their story end with a goal or a steamy goodbye? The answer is yet to come. The score is tied. Tension sizzles in the air, just like a taco on the grill. It's the final steamy minutes of the game, 2-2. The pressure's hotter than a jalapeno. Every fan is drooling with anticipation, hungry for a winner. The coaches are pacing, looking like they might burst, maybe from nerves, maybe from too many spicy tacos. The ball rockets across the field, saucy and wild. Mexico shoots. Oh, a miraculous save by the Swiss goalie who's got hands as quick as a taco chef at lunchtime. Switzerland fires back, clang, off the post. That shot was almost as satisfying as the first bite of a fresh taco. Suddenly, a new player enters the pitch. The seductive aroma of tacos wafting from Abuela's food truck. It's a spicy distraction no one can resist. The Swiss team's focus crumbles like a brittle taco shell. Their eyes glaze over, their mouths water. They're hungry for more than just victory. Mexico seizes the moment. Diego delivers a saucy pass. The forward takes a big bite. Goal! That's what I call a spicy finish. Mexico wins. The Swiss? They're sprinting for Abuela's truck, desperate to get their hands on her secret taco. They may have lost the game, but they're about to score big at lunch. But as the celebrations heat up, a mysterious new challenger sidles up to Abuela's window. What spicy secret is hiding in the next taco? Stay tuned. You might think the story ends with a winner and a loser, but you'd be wrong, because sometimes the real action starts after the final whistle. After the game, something deliciously unexpected happened. The Mexican team invited the Swiss team to the taco truck. No hard feelings, just a hunger that needed satisfying. And let's just say everyone was ready to get a little saucy. Tacos were devoured, salsa was spilled, and laughter filled the air. Bonds were formed over spicy fillings and a shared love of a good hard shell. Then with a wink, the Mexican captain purred, "Let's hit the beach, who's up for getting a little sandy?" Both teams jetted off to Cancun, swapping jerseys for swim trunks and maybe for some, less. Suddenly the only thing tighter than the score was the swimwear. Hans and Diego, Let's just say they found more than just sun and surf under those palm trees. Their chemistry was hotter than the salsa back at the truck. Turns out a soccer game can turn rivals into friends, and sometimes into lovers with a taste for adventure and maybe a little extra guac. In the end, everyone scored. Now that's what I call a real victory. But as the sun set over Cancun, little did they know, this was just the warm-up. More adventures, more surprises, and maybe even steamier romance were waiting just around the corner. Stay tuned.